Good evening, guys. Hope everyone is good. Not too much happening with Bitcoin today. As you can see, it's hit our target level and retraced and hasn't really moved at all today. We can see they're making higher highs and higher lows in the fear and greed, which is good. But overall, it's not doing much. It's a bit of a dead day today. We can see on the liquidation levels, people betting the price is going to go up in the red area, and people betting price is going to go down on the green area. It's relatively equal, and you can see either side of price here. People leveraging long and people leveraging short. It's pretty much the same, so there's not too much happening. We can see that price came down. We had some liquidation levels on the 3-day chart, and it came down and took them. And this was from the retracement here. But if we open up the charts, let's have a look at the 1 week to see if there's much going on there. There's not too much liquidation. See, it's a wee tap there, that's good. And we've got a little level down here at 80,000, but the market is quite quiet. And this is reflected by the exchange volume. This is the 7-day moving average. We can see that has just kept on going down and has not moved up. So until this starts ticking up, we're not going to see much happening here. If we look at the weekly on Bitcoin, we can see my plan of attack is 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle, and I'm looking for that 4th angle. But until we get this exchange volume going, I can't put that angle in yet. I want to see price move up with volume. That's the only time I can really put that angle in that I'm confident of doing it. But what I noticed was, I was looking at the Federal Reserve and the FOMC meeting. Recently, we've had the FOMC good news coming, and that was with reducing the runoff of the balance sheet. So if we look at the next date, we've got May the 2nd and May the 3rd. This is an interesting time when I saw this, because I immediately thought, if you've seen my last videos, I'm obviously tracking the global liquidity index on a 77-day offset and a 105-day offset. So the 77-day offset, let me just pull this into line. You will see that this is tracking relatively well, so we're happy with that. And we should get a breakout just as this wedge comes to a point. So this makes sense. You know, we're expecting a breakout top or bottom, and you can see the liquidity coming in. So it makes sense. Okay, we're going to potentially get a breakout to the upside here. But when I saw this, the next Fed meeting being on the May the 2nd, May the 3rd, I immediately thought of the 105-day offset. Look where May the 2nd is. May the 2nd. So, if we get a pump up and it fades down, and then we know the FOMC's coming in, they already know they're reducing the balance sheet right down by 80%. So what if on May the 2nd they just pause it completely, and that'll be the chokehold off the alts and off risk on assets. And you can see it's when global liquidity hits. So it's interesting, because we think like these meetings and that dictate things, but these movements in the market are already pre-planned, because there's an offset in global liquidity, so they have to push it out months and months in advance. And it just so happens on the 105-day offset, the FOMC is having their meeting. So does the Fed on this meeting announce there's a pause on the balance sheet runoff just as global liquidity hits? And that's what sends the 4th angle of Bitcoin right the way up. So it's interesting, because we've got the 105-day offset with this narrative, And then we have the 77-day offset with the technical narrative of the break of this wedge. So one of them's going to play out. We're either going to have the 105-day or the 77-day. What have I got? I think it's 77 or 75. 77. In this window here, we're going to get a breakout, but we don't know which one it is yet. And it's just interesting when the Fed reduced the balance sheet tightening by 80%, and then on the next meeting they decide to pause it, because what they're doing is the tightening, starting to round off, pausing, and then they start increasing. But once they stop that round off, once they start that reduction and it pauses, that is a huge step, and the market will start pricing in balance sheet increase, which is injection of money into the economy. So we'll keep our eyes on these two, as I've said before. But as we can see, both liquidity offsets have their own narrative. The 77 days got the technical narrative breakout, and the 105 day has got the FOMC meeting pause breakout. So interesting times, guys. So if you like these videos, I put them out every single day, every single night, around about 8 to 9 o'clock UK time. So hit the like and subscribe button, guys, and if you share this video or just pass it on to a friend, it'll be much appreciated to help grow the channel. But cheers, guys, enjoy your weekend, and I'll be again same time tomorrow. Cheers.